Hello again. I hope we're back. Just check again if we're back. Yes, I think we're back. Sorry, my screen went off and it says snap. This happens. Sorry, because we're live. So I hope you can hear me. Just write in the comments you can hear me so we can continue with the live video and with answering your questions. Okay.
I hope we're back.
Yes, we are back.
I hope you can hear me. Just write in the...
Okay, so I have to repeat again. So my name is Elizabeth, and for those who don't know me, I'm a nutritional therapist. I studied nutrition 2006, and till now I'm helping people heal their gut after I suffered myself with very difficult gut symptoms, and I had so much pain and bloating and cramps. And after I healed my gut, all my autoimmune problems like thyroid, I had eczema, brain fog, pain and concentration problems, fatigue, all this disappeared. Okay, so just to mention as a disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, so please consult with your doctor if you have any autoimmune disease. So this is for informational purposes only, and please check with your doctor with if you're taking any medication. So please consult with your physician and doctor. So I'm just sharing my opinion, my experience till now, and I'm answering to your questions as of my experience and with experience with my clients. Okay. So I hope you can hear me because I don't.
I hope you can hear me. Just write in the comments you can hear me so we can continue with the live video and with answering your questions.
That's okay. So we are all here. So the questions that you send me, they are very, very good. So thank you for posting these questions because I believe that many people are also, they want to know these answers. They're very, very good questions, excellent questions. So thank you for asking these questions, and I'm very happy to answer all your questions. So the first question was from Haruto. He asked, how do I know if I have gut dysbiosis? Okay, he said that he's suffering from gargling, gas, bloating, bad malabsorption, SIBO. He's taking Saccharomyces boulardii and some probiotics that don't produce histamine. So he's having mast cell activation, dry heat, burning sensation all over my body whenever I'm eating. So COVID causes MCAS, mast cell activation syndrome, then MCAS caused SIBO, and now I'm stuck with SIBO and MCAS, and it's getting worse. Okay, so first to answer the question how I know if I have gut dysbiosis. So if you have any symptoms like described, like gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, or pain, cramps, or malabsorption, indigestion, acid reflux. So this all shows that there is gut disbalance, dysbiosis in the gut, and all our microbiome they live in harmony. So now there is no more harmony there. So somebody is taking over the control. So and we want to create balance again, right? So this shows here that, after COVID, he is experiencing mast cell activation syndrome and SIBO. Okay, we don't know what this is new thing, and we don't know after COVID what we can experience. Like we still don't know what will be after COVID, what can happen, right? But let's explain MCAS and SIBO. So MCAS, mast cell activation syndrome. So these mast cells are our immune cells, and they are producing histamine. Histamine is like a reaction, like a signal that triggers our body that something is not right, something is going on, like we are eating histamine food, but our body knows how to handle this histamine. This is a normal reaction. Our body normally produces histamine, and to alert the cells, the immune cells, to fight some inflammation. There is some trigger, something is triggering it. But our body is smart enough, and it has produces an enzyme, if our gut is healthy, the villi is healthy, on the villi, when the histamine is released, the villi is triggered to create one enzyme which is called DAO, diamine oxide. And this enzyme is digesting, metabolizing histamine, and we are expelling it in the stool. So, what happens if our gut is damaged? So our villi are damaged, so we don't have villi, we have leaky gut. And this can happen maybe if a person have taken antibiotics or any medications. The medications have most of them, they have like 100 terrible side effects. And they are killing the bad, but also the good bacteria, and letting the bad bacteria overgrowth, and they produce. Hi, Mohammed Ashraf. How are you? Thanks for coming and watching. So I'm explaining, answering the question from Haruto. How do we know if we have gut dysbiosis? So as I said, our body is very smart, so it's metabolizing the histamine and it's expelling it. But if we have damaged gut and we don't have this enzyme, our body is not producing anymore this enzyme to handle this histamine, then it leaks in the blood, it goes everywhere, and it's it's creating too much antibodies. Our body is in inflammation that in that case, and it shows maybe on the skin, like skin rashes, like brain fog, fatigue. So whenever it leaks through the gut, everything that leaks through the gut, it's causing inflammation through our body. So our immune cells are alert, so they run after and trying to kill this pathogen, this toxin, or whatever it came in the blood, inside the body, where it shouldn't be. It should stay in the gut. But if we have a leaky gut, it goes everywhere, and it creates inflammation all over our body. So that is about mast cell activation syndrome. If anybody has a question, you can write below. And what about SIBO, small intestinal bacteria overgrowth? I have discussed a lot about this because I used to have bloating, and I remember it was so painful, and it was like I was waking up with pain and bloat. It was like strong cramps, coming stronger, then releasing, then coming strong all the time. It was like whole day I was in pain from this SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. This is also can be caused from antibiotics, from medications, and this can also be caused from stress. This can also be caused from the if somebody is taking PPIs, proton pump inhibitors, to reduce the acid. We need the acid in the stomach to kill the bad bacteria. But if we are taking proton pump inhibitors, then some bad bacteria can go through the stomach and create and live in the small intestines where they shouldn't live, right? Mohammed says, my gut was damaged and now it's cured. That's good. Great. I haven't got any medicine, but I just changed my style of eating. I changed my timing for eating. That's good. So also the timing is good. If we need to eat smaller meals more often to balance our sugar and our metabolism. Okay. So yeah. So how we know if we have a gut dysbiosis? If we have, as I said, acid reflux, bloating, stomach pain, indigestion, anxiety. Mohammed says, you told me many things and I learned that. That helped me too. Yeah. So I'm happy that I have helped a lot. So I'm happy that you're following my tips. I have a lot of videos with many tips on how to live a healthy life. And I want to help as many people as I can. Yeah. So we know if we have got dysbiosis, if we have indigestion, anxiety, stress, constipation, diarrhea, pain, so that then we know if we have gut dysbalance. But sometimes some people may have some autoimmune disease, like maybe diabetes or thyroid disease, or I don't know, sinuses or joint pain. Then the thing is that time people focus on their thyroid. They focus on their joint pain, on the sinuses. They don't focus on the gut, where actually the main problem lies. Because I used to have thyroid issues, I used to have back pain, skin eczema. So once I healed my gut, all this disappeared. So the people who have gut problems like pain, bloating in the intestines, they are happy because right away they focus on healing the gut. They're not focusing on any other part of the body. So once the gut is healed, all the rest of the symptoms will disappear. So, Mohammed, thank you. I really appreciate your efforts. You're welcome. So, thank you for nice words, and I hope I can help as many people as I can. So, please ask your questions and let me know if I can answer. I can help. Then, so what does it mean if we have gut dysbiosis? So this means that there are more bad bacteria overgrowth, yeast, because if we had antibiotics, we kill the good bacteria. So then the yeast will overgrowth, will take over, and if we have a leaky gut, then it takes over all over our body, creating inflammation everywhere, and the toxins will leak, and everything will leak. Okay, so also stress can contribute to having a gut dysbiosis. If, for example, when somebody asked me, they said, oh, I have got problems for the last, let's say, 6 months, So what happened before 6 months? Just think about that, right? So maybe your child was sick that time. Maybe you had some car accident, or maybe some close to you died from COVID. So think about what happened in the period when your gut problem started. Just think about that. Because I used to talk with one of my best friends. She's my best friend from primary school, from secondary, university, everywhere. So she lives now in Serbia, in Belgrade. And I was talking with her, and she told me that she had pain in the stomach and she couldn't eat anything. She lost a lot of kilos, so she was so skinny. Everything she eats, she had pain. And I was helping her to what to do to heal the pain, the gut. She found out that she had gastritis or ulcer. And while we were talking, and she said that I asked her, how is your daughter? And she said, oh, she was very sick. Nobody knew what was wrong with her. I was carrying her on my back from hospital to hospital. We were so scared that she might die, And that triggered her symptoms. After the stressful period, after her daughter now is okay, she's in university, her daughter, and after the stressful period, then my friend got sick. So this is all connected. So but some people, they have stress, chronic stress, or constantly they are running, they are eating, standing, and they don't relax. They don't. If you're under stress, your food digestion system is shut down, so it doesn't work properly. Okay. So what can contribute also to gut dysbiosis? It can contribute like when you're eating processed food, like also cookies, dairy, sugar, then gluten. It's also triggering, damaging our gut wall, and creating leaky gut. Then what can trigger mast cell activation, the histamine that we are talking about. It can be cruciferous vegetables, the broccoli, cauliflower, sweeteners like fructose and saccharose, agave syrup, honey, molasses, sweet cookies, ice cream, and also about the SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. What can trigger the symptoms, the pain and the bloating? This can be triggered food high in fiber. So imagine that, yeah. So artichoke, beans, legumes, onion, garlic, also carbonated drinks like fizzy drinks. They also create bloating, cramps, and gas. So what we can do about it? So we avoid all these things, okay? So we try to avoid, so reduce the stress and try to eat healthy diet, avoid the triggering foods. And you can take like ginger tea is good for calming the gut, peppermint tea, abdominal massage, okay, warm bath, and avoid the histamine-rich food like alcohol, like fermented food. It's high in histamine. Then tomato, avocado, bananas, nuts. The worst are peanuts and pistachios. Okay, because they grow mold. They can grow mold. And you avoid alcohol, of course. Black tea, matcha, and energy drinks. Okay. For histamine intolerance, for the mast cell activation syndrome, okay. And for the SIBO, as I said, just avoid the high fiber foods, sweeteners, and fizzy drinks, carbonated drinks, alcohol. That's irritating. And mold is very high trigger in histamines. People with histamine has an issue with candida overgrowth, yeast overgrowth, and also it can cause pain, cramps, bloating. It's all similar to SIBO symptoms. And people, they don't know, sometimes you're not aware that maybe it's in your pillow that you're sweating every night. When did you last time change your pillow? We need to change it at least once per year, maybe more. So maybe it's the chemicals in the detergent or the softener that you're using triggering histamine reaction, right? It's a toxin. So your body is bombarded with the toxins all the time. So we need to eliminate, to reduce, and let the body heal itself. And we help it like this, avoiding these triggers and trying to incorporate like healing foods like teas, as I mentioned, ginger tea, peppermint tea, and like easy digestible food like make stews, soups. That's also good for the digestion and easy on the body. Okay. Yeah, as I said, histamine is a natural part of our immunity, and it's helpful actually. It's helping in creating the HCl, the hydrochloric acid in our stomach. So we need the histamine. We don't want to take histamine blockers, right? So we need the histamine, but we need to heal the gut lining, to heal the gut wall, so the gut cells will produce DAO enzyme, which can metabolize and eliminate histamine from our body. Because people who have healthy gut, they don't have histamine reactions. They don't react to anything, right? They can handle, their body can handle. They have enough the enzyme to metabolize, to digest the histamine and eliminate it. So that is very important, to heal the gut. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we can have like food which is high in who's high in quercetin. Quercetin is also helpful for histamine, and this food is like apples, kale, broccoli, sage, onion, capers, asparagus. Vitamin C is very important. It should be taken on daily basis. Zinc, nettle tea, basil, and selenium. Okay. Then also, if you have a histamine reaction, it's very important to detox the liver, because if our body is overloaded with toxins, cannot handle, and of course, if we have a leaky gut, the toxins will leak, and it will cause toxicity in whole our body and inflammation, right? So, and our liver is the main organ for detoxification. And if that is clogged with too much toxins, too much from the, the bad bacteria, they have metabolized, they excrete toxins and LPS, lipopolysaccharides, which is a trigger and it's a toxin, and we intoxify our body, so it's overloaded with toxins. So cleaning the liver cleanse is beneficial with people who have histamine intolerance. Okay, and yeah, so if we after we heal the gut and we bring the good bacteria, and the good bacteria are producing the short chain fatty acids, which are like butyrate, and butyrate is very healing. It's regenerating the cells of the gut lining, the gut wall, so we heal the leaky gut. That's our main aim, right? Okay. So once we heal the gut, then we heal our all autoimmune diseases like diabetes, like inflammation. The mood is improved because people, people who have, let's say, depression, they take antidepressants, right? But the problem lies in the gut. So once we have a good bacteria, they produce serotonin, they produce happiness hormones, and depression is gone. No need for antidepressants. Okay, so, and if we have histamine intolerance, it's good to eat the food who has DAO enzyme, because DAO enzyme is metabolizing, it's digesting the histamine, and this food, which is rich in DAO enzyme, is organ meats. Kidneys, especially, they are very rich in DAO enzyme. And selenium and vitamin E. So they are helping in DAO production, in digesting the histamine in the body. Okay, let's move to the next question. Yeah, Dorina asks, how to know what supplements to take? Can you over supplement? Very good question. Yeah. When you take, the word supplement is telling by itself, it's a supplement. So besides the lifestyle, the healthy lifestyle, we can just supplement what is missing, right? And you're afraid if you can over supplement. If on every supplement there is a dosage written down. So if it says like 1 per day, 2 per day, if you take the recommended dosage, you can never over supplement. So I don't believe that you can have any adverse effects if you're taking the recommended dosage, right? If you're taking more of that, then maybe they can have a side effects. Like any medications, these supplements may have side effects if you're overdosing. But how to know which supplement to take? So let's say, so how to know? She's taking probiotics, she said. I will be talking about probiotics also. For example, how to know which supplement to take. For example, if let's say it's winter, like now in many countries, it's winter. So I would say it's good to take vitamin D3 because we have less sun outside. We are not going that much outside if it's cold. But during summer, you don't need vitamin D because you're outside on the sun if you're going on the beach on a holiday, so you don't know. So you just need to know which supplement is good for what, right? And also for magnesium. If you have problems with falling asleep in the evening, if you have an issue with sleep, it's good to relax your body and take magnesium supplement, right? But if you don't have any issues with sleeping, so you don't have to take any supplement, right? Probiotics. So probiotics, this is a huge business on the market, selling probiotics, but we don't know what is in that because it's not regulated. And they said probiotics is a live organism that creates health benefits to the host, to the people who are taking the probiotics. So we don't know if it's alive because it's on the shelf. And some people say if we ingest them, if we take the pill, the HCl, the hydrochloric acid, is killing everything, right? But the thing is that some said that some of them may go through that and may survive and they inhabit. So, but they said that if the probiotics sometimes they don't colonize, they just go through the gut, they do benefits, and you're excreted. They tested after 3 days. They stay 3 days. After 3 days in the stool, there was no more of that probiotic. So, what is good to take the supplement whole your life? And you said that there is setback when you stop. Your symptoms come back. There is a flare. So there is something else going on which you need to fix first. Lifestyle changes, like maybe it's stress, maybe it's your eating habits, or maybe something else. So the probiotics maybe is beneficial for you. For me, they were worse because I had a leaky gut. So when I took probiotics, they leak into the gut through the gut wall, and they created inflammation all over my body. So taking probiotics is a question. Linda is asking, what can we take to cleanse the liver? Okay, I will go to that just in a second. And so probiotics, for some people swear to the probiotics. Of course, if they don't have leaky gut, probiotics are good to take. And we don't know exactly which brand is good, which is not. So we need to do a search. The thing is also with the supplements. With the supplements, you must read the labels. Be careful. So read the labels, read the ingredients, read with the small letters the other ingredients. And if you don't understand what is that, just copy and paste on Google and see what does it mean and what is it. Is it good for you? Is it not good for you? Right? So there are a lot of fillers in the supplements which can make your situation worse. Okay. So please read the labels. Be very careful with the supplements. I always search for the purest, for the one who has lowest number of ingredients and who are all good ingredients. There is no bad ingredient that can disturb the gut. So please careful with the supplements. Okay, so in probiotics, for probiotics, I prefer the homemade fermented food, which I know what I'm taking. If I'm buying a supplement probiotics, I don't know what is inside. If there is something inside, sometimes they say it's not what it says on the label, so we don't know exactly what we are taking. If you feel good, you continue with them. But you need to change like the other aspect of your life, like the lifestyle changes, the stress management, the exercise, sleep, rest. Everything must be in the order. Plus, you take the probiotics, the supplement, to help the body heal more faster. Okay, so don't rely only on the supplements to heal. Okay, that's not how it works. Okay, Linda, what can we take to cleanse the liver? There are also supplements to clean the liver, but I prefer detox juices, which are like you can use like juice made from celery juice, like cilantro mix, ginger, green apple, carrot, beetroot. So this is very, very, very good. Beetroot is it's very, very cleansing. It's very how to say. It's very good for detoxification for the liver. I don't know the English word, I forgot. So this kind of juice is very beneficial. Also, you can do for liver cleanse like castor oil packs. You can Google search that, and you can do also enemas, which is very also good, beneficial to clean the liver, the gallbladder flush. So you can clean everything. Okay. And there are also some supplements like milk thistle is good for cleaning the liver. And leaf 52 on Himalaya product, that's very good. So you can incorporate all this. First of all, you need to eliminate, to stop putting burden on the liver. So stop in eating the toxins. Stop. Let your liver breathe. Just don't bombard it from everywhere toxins. Like all the creams that you're using, the face mask and everything, it has toxins, and it all has to go through the liver to be filtered. So what we eat, what we put on our skin, what we breathe, everything goes through the liver filter. So we need to reduce this and plus do the liver cleanse, and this will help a lot, and it will help the detoxification of the liver, and with the healing process it's helping a lot. Okay. Let's see the next question. Yeah, from Sonia. What about the UC, ulcerative colitis? So what is ulcerative colitis? Let's see first. Ulcerative colitis is a wound, like a sore inside our colitis means in the colon. Okay, so this is part of the IBD, inflammatory bowel disease. It's Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. So Crohn's disease is like sores here and there in the colon, right? But ulcerative colitis means that there was prolonged period of inflammation going on in the colon, and then from these small parts it become a whole part of the colon inflamed with sores, with wounds inside. And what the people do usually, they had to go under surgery. So this part of the intestine or the colon or what must be removed. But if we stop the inflammation, if we start healing the gut with the healing remedies, with stop the inflammatory foods, stop the toxins, and start living a healthy life and implement good life choices, this can calm down and we can heal it. So it is doable, believe me. I don't know in which stage is now, because sometimes it may be bleeding and it may be maybe it's the worst stage, so it must go on surgery. But if you still can tolerate it, if you don't have any huge symptoms, but still you have ulcerative colitis, you need to change your lifestyle completely. Everything that I have talked before till now, just you need to implement. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so these symptoms, they develop over time. It's not like you just wake up today and it's all of a sudden you have ulcerative colitis. So it takes years to develop. So please don't think that if you buy one supplement or if you change one thing, it will heal immediately. No, it will take time. But it is doable. Yes. Linda says, thank you. You're most welcome. If you have any questions, please feel free to write it down. Mobin says, what specific herbal medicine to advise for leaky gut? Some few patients are coming to me. Herbal. So what herbs? I recommend for leaky gut especially marshmallow root and slippery elm. Yeah, and aloe vera. It's a plant. It's not a herb, but it's very beneficial to rebuild the gut mucosa, to heal the leaky gut. And slippery elm and marshmallow root, they are also creating the mucosa and helping with the healing of leaky gut. So these two herbs are very beneficial. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so that was all the questions. I wanted to tell you that if there is a gut inflammation, so if there is a leaky gut, all the autoimmune disease happens from there, right? And our immunity is very smart, it has different immune cells, they have different functions. And if we have like inflammation going on a longer period of time, so our immune cells are fighting some inflammation and they are damaging our tissues. So our body is damaging our tissues, and with prolonged time, then we have autoimmune diseases, right? Because there are some cells like killer T cells, so they are throwing out chemicals to the antigen, to the toxin, to the. So when they're throwing out chemicals, they're damaging the tissue. They're killing the antigen, and they're damaging collateral damage, the tissue around, right? So then we have damaged pancreas, damaged liver, damaged I don't know blood cells. Yeah. So the cardiovascular disease is the same thing. We have brain fog, we have fatigue, we have all these issues because of inflammation, increased number of antibodies which are fighting something that we need to eliminate and avoid completely. Okay, so, and I want to tell you that healing the gut is possible and it is doable, because I'm the living proof of that. And just recently, I had I just talked with one client, and he had urinary infections like I used to have. All the time he was going to toilet, to pee. He had fatigue. When he wakes up, he was tired all day long, right? He had eczema, like muscle activation, skin issues, and then he had joint pain. So it was a lot going on with him. And okay, so just now, after 1 month, he said he has a lot of energy. He was just running out everywhere to finish everything with the Christmas presents with his friends, buying, preparing everything, and he has his bladder, his frequent urinations. He said it's improved 80% better than before, just in 1 month. Imagine, and it settled down, and he is much better in the morning, and his stools normalizes, and now he said he's in a planning. Actually, I think he's going in for Christmas, New Year in Barbados, so he will enjoy his friends, and he has an energy to do that, which I'm happy, very happy. So imagine, I want to ask you, what are your goals actually? So what are your goals for 2022? So, and I know some people will say, oh, I want to be healthy, I want to get rid of this pain. No, that's not the goal. So what is the real reason why you want to be healthy? Like, I want to open a private business. I want to travel the world. I want to learn water skiing or wakeboarding. This is what life is about. It's not just, I don't want to feel pain, no. That's not what will move you forward, right? So this is not how it works. So we need to have a goal, we need to have a purpose. So if you're ready to do this goal, to fulfill your dreams, you will heal. So you need to make the decision, yeah. Okay, so Mobin says, thanks a lot, but should we advise examination to specify if there is any parasites and or undigested food seen? Well, I don't know what kind of symptoms they have. They can see if they have undigested food in their stool. So this is also showing that they are lacking digestive enzymes, which are produced in the pancreas, in the liver, and I would suggest to reduce stress, because when we are under stress, they don't function properly, right? Parasites, we all have parasites. So I used to test it in the conventional doctor, and he tested my stool for parasites, and he said there is nothing. But after I clean myself from parasites, you would be surprised what is coming out. Okay, But I don't suggest cleaning from parasites while there is gut problems. So that while there is leaky gut especially, because the parasites hold on to too much toxins in them. So once we kill them actually, once we kill the parasites, they release the toxins and they all go through the leaky gut and they create havoc in the system. They create the symptoms might be terrible, okay, and the health might become worse. So parasite cleaning is the last thing to do. So that's not that important. First, we need to heal the leaky gut, establish balance in the microflora, and then after we feel better, then we can start cleaning the parasites because they are last on the list. That's what I'm doing, but that's afterwards. Okay. You can test for parasites. I don't know what kind of test is that, but usually the test doesn't show any parasites. But if they said, if you have touched an animal in your life, definitely you have parasites. If you have gone in the nature, definitely you have parasites. So they don't show in the tests, right? So, so I wanted to tell you that if you decided, if you say that you cannot live anymore like this, and you have gut issues, you have health problems, and you decided that you want to start living your life normally like before and start moving forward with your life, just do something with your life, not just suffer. Mobin, thanks again. You're most welcome. So if you have any questions, please ask me. I will give you my honest answer. So if you want to heal your gut, just I want to tell you that it is doable, and I'm living proof, and my clients are living proof of that. So you can ask them. And also Ayla, she was waking up with fears over her life, and she was going in bed in fears. And now she's happy. She rarely have fears, and she's living her life. She said, "I have my life back to normal," which is that what I want to hear. Yeah, that's all why we are here. We want to stop living this terrible dream. We want to heal the gut wall, heal the gut lining, and it is doable and it is healed. If you need any help, if you need guidance, please you can contact me, send me a message anytime, we can discuss. And if you want to know more about leaky gut, just I will post the link and watch the 3-part video series where I explain my story, of course, and then explain how and why this happens in deep, in examples, in what is causing this, and what are the 4 steps that you must follow in healing the gut. So it's not just taking probiotics or killing parasites and we will heal. No, it must be done in proper order. Okay, so as long as we follow specific steps, then definitely we can heal, and all the disease, I believe, is reversible and can be healed when healing the gut. Okay, so if you have any questions, please contact me. Feel free to contact me, and I'll see you next time. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year! And I wish you in the next year to be healthy and happy again to everybody. Bye.